All right, we're gonna diverge and go into the water. We're here with Lance from XCEL. How you doing?
Good, great.
Good.
Awesome to be on the East Coast with you.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
So this relationship has been in combination for a long time. Y'all have sold a bunch of wetsuits through ADS.
Absolutely.
Now you guys have streamlined the line.
Yep. We
You've
narrowed it
updated
up.
some technology. Yep. And so let's explain some of these suits that we have here.
Okay, basically what we wanted to do is we wanted to simplify the line for everybody so it's an easier process to digest what we're offering and what we're selling to the military. And so what we did is we took the best of all the worlds that we deal with, which is surf, dive, and everything else that water-related products go with. So basically, we narrowed it into two categories. The two categories is your dive,
okay,
military dive, and your
swimmer.
Swimmer. So this is your assault swimmer suit. And so there's two different categories within that. The assault swimming suit is basically ideal for that guy who's looking for that really more responsive suit, something that's going to not fatigue. So your range of motion and that quick dry. So you get in this suit, you do your job, you get out, and then maybe 20, 30 minutes later, you got to get back into it and you want a dry suit. Yep. This is the way to go.
So that's updated technology.
That is brand new technology, yes. And so this is state-of-the-art new quick dry fiber that's within this suit, along with the ultra stretch materials, the lighter weight foams.
Okay.
And it still has insulation properties, but the quick dry fiber and the insulation are part of those two new categories in the marketplace that we've developed and finally got to a point.
And that came from the surf side because you guys have been in the surf industry since '82.
Absolutely.
And y'all are one of the most dominating wetsuits in there. I mean,
yes.
I grew up surfing and I've known XCEL for a long time. It's one of the better sellers in the shops. So, I mean, it's great that you can take that technology and be a premier company and now coming into the military.
Absolutely. Like this wetsuit here, which is we call the X1, and with this technical material, has received Wetsuit of the Year 3 out of the 5 years that they voted on it.
Wow.
So this is a very well-established suit in the surf market, but most of the assault swimmers are looking to be more like the surf suits because they know the range of motion and the performance is more of the driving factor of the criteria of the suit versus
because at the end of the day, you're dealing with athletes, whether it's a surfer or an assaulter. So on the swimmer, you have different entry points. Correct?
Yes, so what we do, we offer 3 different zip systems, and we call that the design. The features all remain the same, and that is where you have your nice, soft, supple fiber. So this is where you get range of motion. It's very nice and stretchy. Minimal seams, so you have no side seams. If you step on the ankle and grab the wrist, you notice there's 2 seams, one at the waist, one at the knee. And what that does is that gives you very minimal restriction as far as that reach for your swimming. So when you're talking the zip system also, this is where we have the X1, and that's an open flap, and you have the double crossover. Some guys might look at this that are used to back zips and go, that's kind of hard to get into, isn't it? But it's not in the sense that if you go in through the collar, flip it inside out like a pair of pants, now it's very easy and less intimidating.
I thought the same thing, but I've used them plenty of times. And it's actually warmer because you don't have that long, everyone knows you get that chill when the water goes down your zipper. You don't get that anymore.
So when you have this front zip, let me show you the biggest factor on this, is look at the back paneling. So with the front zip, you eliminate the full back zipper down the spine. What that does is give you range of motion through your back torso.
Right.
So the benefit is range of motion, no zipper head behind the neck, so when you're in a prone position, you get that big bulge feeling, and then also no flap, where you get the overlap flap here to clamp it down with the Velcro. You don't get any Velcro rubbing or water penetrating through that little opening that would trickle down to the back zipper.
Now, how many do you have? What are the different functions of the dive suits?
As far as materials?
Well, it's getting in and out. Are they all?
It'll be a back zip or horizontal zip.
Or horizontal zip, okay.
So when you have the sewn down, say the X2 model, it's sewn down on one side, and then it won't open all the way. It's a singles, like it'll open up on one side. So the thing about wetsuits, as far as you gotta look at construction, which is the glued and blind stitch, and this is what I always like to point out to all our suits is, this is a good way to tell a solid construction where you got the sealed out water, so nothing's coming in through there, and showing what kind of materials we're using. We're using the highest grade rubber. Now these aren't cheap suits, but they are the most flexible and less fatiguing suits that are going to keep you warm and comfortable at the same time. And they are very durable.
Okay, so now here you have the dive suit.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the dive suit is completely different than the assault swimmers. This is where thermal properties are huge, and that is where we use the thermo bamboo interior. And that is really nice because this thermal bamboo
see it feels
is very warm. This
fleece
keeps,
almost.
yeah, it's almost like having a rug in your wetsuit that's just keeping you nice, toasty, and warm. So this is going to come in a back zip or horizontal hooded suit.
Okay.
And this is, again, engineered fit for the right fit as far as less seams, just more materials. But for the dive guys who are really looking for the performance of warmth and having enough stretch so they're not getting fatigued, this is a great suit. This is the dive EOD
now, and
suit.
you also make all the accessories, booties, gloves, hoods.
Absolutely. All with the same liner with the thermal carbon, and that's something that is a proven winner, and most of the guys who have been using the product love it.
And y'all are the only wetsuit company manufactured in the United States.
Yes, we make everything in our corporate headquarters, which is in Haleiwa, Hawaii.
Right.
And we started doing dive even before we did surf.
Right.
So that's something that has always
been
part
to be
of
said
the DNA.
because no one else makes, none of the other brands make wetsuits.
So everyone knows is we only make wetsuits. We don't have anything else to fall back on. And this is a 100% wetsuit manufacturer.
You're not a clothing brand making wetsuits.
Absolutely.
I got it. Hey, thanks a bunch for coming by.
Hey, no worries. Thank you.
Appreciate it.